You tell Dr. Cranium about your first adventures in the Spielberg Valley. He seems vaguely interested in your tales of the Baron and his children, but his eyes positively light up when you mention the Antwerp.
Ah, so you are the Spielberg hero. I went there on an Antwerp gathering expedition a few months ago. The people there are still talking about your adventures.
You continue by telling Dr. Cranium of your encounters with the eccentric wizard Erasmus, the deadly kobold magic user, and the ogress Baba Yaga.
Turned her into a frog? Oh, such poppycock. There is a perfectly straightforward scientific explanation for all of those events. There is no such thing as magic. Oh, I have been better. The failure of my MESS was a shocking experience, I can tell you. Understanding and harnessing the power of nature. If you want, here you are, here you are.
You ask Dr.
Of course! Experiment. My neighbor Nikolai is not actually as old as he now appears. He has been very unhappy since his wife's disappearance some 15 years ago. I can understand his disappointment. She never brought me back the berries I needed for an experiment. No, thank you. I long since performed that experiment using substitute materials. Perhaps you can come up with an experiment of your own to perform with those berries.
You say goodbye.
Oh, it is always a pleasure to have... Perhaps I should wait a day or two before resuming my Frankie experiment. It is very important that the right person stay in charge here.
Bad place. Very bad place. Go away. You'll be very sorry.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly. This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit or dervish. It fits the description of a domovoi, except that it's totally dried out and unmoving. A long wooden table attests to a time when this room was used to double as a communal dining room for the monks. Hector the hexapod happily gorges itself on the garlic. Hector looks much less hungry and perhaps a little less dangerous now. There is a cold feeling down here that chills your bones and sets the hairs on the nape of your neck on end. There is a musty odor of mold and mildew mingling with the sickeningly sweet smell of decaying flesh. Welcome to your nightmare. This is a dangerous place. You probably knew that. Handle with care. An incredible sensation of evil emanates from over by the book. That seems like an excellent thing to avoid. The huge book on the altar looks fascinating. You could almost swear you saw it move. The title says Necrophilicon. Haven't you heard about this book somewhere? You've seen some pretty ridiculous things in your time, and that's certainly one of them. It's a really silly-looking statue and clearly of no value. It's also much too heavy to carry around with you. You force the drawer. Opening the desk set off a trap. A billowing cloud of poisonous gas surrounds you for a moment before dissipating. You're having trouble breathing. You rifle through the Mad Monk's desk and find the diary of Amontillado. Boy, was this guy wacko. Reading this makes your head hurt. However, it does give you some information about the Dark One rituals. It said something about the first ritual being placed within the Mad Monk's tombstone, there to be forever guarded by followers. The second ritual shall be placed in the Stone of Squids, and revealed only by the light of a dead child's soul. The next ritual shall be placed in the hollow of the Hangman's Tree, and guarded by the spirit of the dead which remains there. The blood ritual shall be concealed magically within the monastery, and only he who willingly seeks dark visions shall find it. The mouth ritual shall be placed in the great arch itself, under the Dark One's sign. And the heart ritual shall be given to someone named Gregor for safekeeping. Now, there's another note on this page in another's handwriting. Gregor is missing in the forest and probably dead. Yet where is the heart ritual? The only effect is a tingling sensation. But if Dr. Cranium is to be trusted, you rifle through the Mad Monk's desk. You tap the huge cask of Amontillado. This is the strongest stuff you've ever tasted, assuming that you're not an aficionado of dragon's breath. Bottoms up. Man, have you got a headache? Fortunately, the Dark One rising seems to have been just a vision, not the reality. Yet. A scroll has formed from the cask's wine droplets. You pick up the rolled paper on the floor. It has a symbol of a drop of blood at the top and the inscription, Ritual of Blood. You can't read any of the other writing on it. The dark confines of the... Here, two bones have been crossed as on a pirate flag. You retrieve the Dark One's side. The headstone cup.
Still you remain. It is a wonder.
Hello? Do you have any news? So, you haven't been...
You tell Olga that Boris says she complains about him all the time.
Well, if he'd ever been here to get his work done instead of spending all his time carousing at the inn, I wouldn't have had to complain. And you can tell him I said so, huh? You take care. Yeah, good.
This is a little too... You pick... Your legs are too stiff and...
Hello again. You are a most brave man to wander so freely in the Moldavian woods. I am happy to know you are finding your way in Moldavia. I'm sure you will find this a most exciting place to visit.
Tell him that Olga thinks he was too lazy.
Lazy? What was there to do in a shop with no customers? Once the swamp cut off trade here, we had nothing to sell. I had nothing to do there, so just because I would sit at the inn and talk with the other men, she thought I was lazy. All she ever did was sit around and give me orders when I was in the shop. What was the point of dusting if no one came in the shop to notice the dust? May the sun...
There's some... That didn't... You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo. The dark... You... It's pretty slippery up there. You'll need to work on your climbing skills some more before you'll be able to make this kind of climb.
Hello? Do you have any news? So, you have...
Tell Olga about what you've been doing in...
And be sure and...
You tell Olga that Boris didn't like being ordered around all the time.
Ah, I wouldn't have had to order him around if he would only have done his work. I just wanted the shop to be neat and clean in case anyone came in. How does he expect me to do all the work around here by myself? Yeah, this was his family's business after all. You take care. There's my...
Try. That... That was... That... Well, that was fun. Now you feel like climbing something even higher, like Mount Tana. After... After... After some rest... You grab a hand... You feel it... You have a bad feeling about this place. There doesn't seem to be any immediate danger, but you suspect that death lies... There's something...
Hello. Can you help me? I seem to be lost. I'm afraid of ghosts. It's not safe to be out at night. Can you show me the way home? I'm afraid of... Everything is so strange. I lost my way home. Please, I'm trying to find my way home. I keep getting lost. Can you show me the way to town?
The ghostly...
There you are. What happened to you? Why are you saying that? Why are you trying to hurt me? I don't understand. No, it can't be. No!
The ghostly apparition vanishes.
I remember now. I was walking home. Something started to chase me. I tried to run. Something knocked me over and... everything went black. I'm dead, aren't I? I really can't go home again. I'm just a ghost. My name was Anna. I can remember things now, but everything is like a faded dream. It seems so strange to think of myself as a ghost. Everything is blurry. There's no day or night, only the shadowy landscape. I want to go from here, but I cannot leave. I can only wait. I can remember my house now. I lived beside the tall oak tree near the center of town. I've been gone so long. My poor Nikolai. Goodbye.
You feel it. You find some copper kopecks on the no longer undead. You just lose the... You pop one of the candies into your... You can't... You capture a... When you bring the will-o-wisp near the standing stone, glowing runes appear around a six-pointed image. In the center of the runes, you can now see a small hole in the stone. When you touch the As you complete the name of the Dark One, you feel a distant rumble under the earth, as of the earth shifting, or some unimaginably huge creature stirring in its sleep. Part of the squid stone opens to reveal a small compartment. You reach in to find a scroll covered with mysterious runes. The symbol of the senses at the top is the only part that you can make out. You also retrieve the Dark One sign, which pulls loose from the stone with a slurping, sucking sensation. The hole in the stone closes as you remove the sign. It does. You sense terrible danger. He'd as soon kill you as... That didn't... That feels good. You eat it. Nothing happened. The Dark One... Finally, you feel the Dark One's sign settle. You pull on it, opening the tomb. You retrieve the Dark One's sign from the monolith. You deftly... A shiver of...
I am what once was the Paladin Piotr. The sorrows of this land are my sorrows, and I cannot rest. Thou art a paladin, and so shall share my fate. Unless ye ease the sorrows of this land and heal the pain.
You hear movement on the... After a few minutes, you hear someone remove... They all turn to stare at you, then go back to talking. Tonight, for your dining pleasure, it is the traditional Moldavian chicken paprikash, delicately seasoned with locally grown paprika and garlic.
This inn used to do a steady business before the swamp prevented traders and tourists from coming. I am well.
You are... After... You're getting... You have the feeling you are being watched.
Not many big people see Domovoy. Most not look. You something special. Maybe so? You hero? Moldavia big hero need. Plenty powerful hero. Maybe you be soon. Learn much, practice much. Soon plenty big hero. In where I am living. In Domovoy am I. Luck I bring. Way things go now, think most luck bad. Things at inn not good. No people come. Innkeeper and wife very, very unhappy. Moldavia very, very sad place. Even Domovoy cannot help here. Oh, too much dark magic. Too much we speak. Too much I talk. Sometime else we speak. Sometime else I talk. Domovoy am I. Domovoy I be. Over places Domovoy watch. protect the inn, do I? By big people, Domovoy not seen. You stranger are, maybe hero, maybe not. Show myself to you I do, speak to you I will. Maybe good things for people will you do. Maybe good thing for Domovoy you do, Some night soon, talk we will again. Domovoy good luck bring. Maybe Domovoy help you. You Domovoy help. Bad place here anymore. Good many years ago, but going very bad now. Many bad things here. You find out. Maybe talk again. You come down other night. Maybe have much to say.
You are... You awaken as the sun begins to rise. The tiny will-o'-wisp flickers within its flask, then quietly expires. Nothing. The will-o'-wisp. You release. A shiver of cold. You hear. You have. You are. Yo.
By back.
You. You. That.
Still you remain.
You greet the old man.
We have met before, I think. I am Nikolai. Have you met my Anna? She is... Well, I do not know where she is. I am looking for her.
You start to tell the old man about the ghost you met in the forest.
Anna? You have seen Anna?
You explain that you saw her ghost in the forest.
Anna is in the forest? Where is she? I must go to her.
You tell Nikolai where you saw Anna, and try to explain that she is dead.
Thank you. I cannot thank you enough for finding my Anna. I will go to her now. I will help her find her way home. Thank you again.
You faintly hear a voice saying,
I believe I am on the verge of a major discovery. It came to me last night. I believe that there is a formula which can be used to create a rehydration solution. Such a solution could be used to restore fluidity to any substance or object that has become prematurely dry. Why, if we can but manufacture Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution in sufficient quantities, we could rehydrate the great Shapirian Desert. Of course, there are a few small bugs to be worked out. It would take most of the water in the world's oceans to make that much solution. Then there is the tiny snag that I have not been able to remember the formula since awakening from the dream.
You say hello to the scientist.
You are always welcome in my laboratory. However, I do wish you would wipe your shoes a little more carefully before entering.
You relate the tale of your journey to Shapir, and how you saved 2 cities from the evil vizier Ad-Avis and his elemental minions.
Now you are talking science. The elements are the building blocks of everything in nature. I am sure I have never heard of anyone constructing creatures purely of a single element, but it certainly makes scientific sense. You say this Ad-Avis referred to a dark master here in Moldavia? I am sure I have never heard of such a one here. There are rumors of strange goings-on in the castle, but I do not credit such tales without scientific observation to back them up. Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution should be a shoo-in for the alchemical innovation of the Animal Ward. It contains the prime essence of the element of water in a perfectly condensed form. It is Here you are. Here you are. Ah, you need my world-famous rehydration solution. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the elemental formula of its main ingredient. Perhaps you can help. Yes, that sounds just right. By the way, I could use some goo for one of my experiments. It would be most kind if you could bring me some when you return for the rehydration solution. That is terrific! This is just what I need for my experiments. As I promised, here is your rehydration solution. Rehydration may prove...
Bad place.
As you push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly.
Very wet be I, very wet and very alive. Glad am I to be alive, happy thanks I give you. Careful you should be here, dangerous berry it is. Feed the guard or destroy it to find the secret passage down.
You have just gained. The flame quickly catches in the desiccated rug and spreads to the curtains and the furniture. You'd better get out of here quickly. You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the Hectopus can react.
Nice fire.
You tell why you burned the monastery.
Next time, bring Igor marshmallows. That smoke make Igor want to start coughing. Little graveyard humor there. Building rock, not burn other buildings. Bad building, burn. Good. Give Igor heebie-jeebies. If Igor be adventurer, can Igor be arsonist too?
The strangest thing happened. Someone broke into the old monastery and burned the place down. I don't suppose you'd know anything about this. Is it not a coincidence that I smell smoke as you draw near?
You describe the evil, the terrible evil you found within the monastery, and how you felt it was necessary to burn the place to the ground so that the evil would not spread.
Perhaps I should learn to value your judgment. It is a good thing the place is destroyed. It looks as if most of the inside was pretty much burned away. It is no great loss to the town and a vast improvement. There are rumors that you have entered the monastery before. It was a bad place, and it is good that it is now gone. I keep having this suspicion that you will be getting into even more trouble than you have already. It seems to be your nature. Good luck.
A fine autumn day to be walking. A man who walks everywhere will see much, I always say. Good day, and welcome back.
You tell Boris that Olga is having trouble running the shop without him.
There is much to do to keep the shop straightened up. My family always worked together to keep it going before. If only Olga wouldn't nag me all the time. She and I used to enjoy running the shop when we actually had things to sell. What is the point of even running a shop when there is no business? Fair. Goodbye.
I heard that someone burned down the old monastery. Isn't it strange how you were seen around that building recently? So, you haven't been eaten yet.
Tell Olga about what you've been doing. Tell Olga that Boris doesn't see any reason to keep the shop open when there's nothing left to sell.
No business. You just tell that man about my avocado and garlic sandwiches. People come in and buy them all the time. You take care.
When the days are short and the nights grow long, a friendly face is a welcome sign.
You hand one of your sandwiches over to the gatekeeper.
An avocado and garlic sandwich? Why, I haven't had one of those for years. You are most kind, but I fear that it would make me homesick.
You tell Boris about Olga's avocado and garlic sandwiches.
How I used to love her avocado and garlic sandwiches. We had them on our wedding night, you know. You should have seen the garlic and avocado flowers decorating our wedding cake. Oh, beautiful. And she baked the cake herself. Oh, she always was a good cook. You remind me of how much I miss my wife. I shall go back and visit her. Be careful in your... Fair.
More missing people. Now old Nikolai is gone. What is this town coming to? Boris came back to visit me. We had a lot to talk about. He says he'll come back again after work. It was nice to see him. Seemed like old times. Yeah, Bella's a good woman. She's the one who really runs the inn. Her husband just gives orders. Someday she'll give Yuri a piece of her mind, and good for her. The things she puts up with. Bella, she was a pretty woman not long ago. Was not called Bella for nothing. Losing her only child really aged her. What a tragedy. They say Nikolai went off to look for Anna for the last time. Maybe they're together again somewhere. I have heard tell you were seen near the monastery not long after the folks noticed the fire. I'm not saying you did it, but I'm glad you did. And that place was a menace to our town. Werewolves are gypsies. Nothing can kill a werewolf but silver or magic. So you be careful out in the woods at night. You hear me? The gypsy camp is not at all that far from here. You take care. Yeah, good.
There's only a certain...
That...
Well, that was fun. Well, that... Well... Well, that... Well... After... After... There's a... After... 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 After...
Anna, I found you! Anna!
Nikolai, I have been trying to find you for so long.
I never stopped looking for you, Anna. Never! I love you, Anna. I loved you from the moment you smiled at me. And I will love you for always.
Oh, Nikolai, this time we will always be together.
Forever?
Forever.
The ghostly apparition vanishes.
We came back one last time to thank you for reuniting us.
Yes, thank you so much. Without your help, I would have been lost forever.
I do not know how we can help you. This is the last you will ever see of us.
If there is anything we can do for you, please ask.
We waited so that we could thank you.
You have saved our deaths from being endless and meaningless.
I have not been so happy since the day of our wedding. It seems strange being a ghost. Still, it is better than being an old man who has lost his only love. It has been so long, and I know so little of what goes on today. Still, some time ago, there was talk in town about a stranger moving into Borgov Castle. There was much talk and many rumors about who had moved in. I do not know whether your path will ever take you to the castle, but I do know of a secret passageway to there. My grandfather once told me that there is a secret passage that leads from the Borgov crypt in the cemetery to the castle. It was an escape route for the Borgov family when they were alive. I do not think anyone even saw the stranger. We only knew him as the Dark Master. It is an ominous title. You may, of course, take my hat. I have no further use for it.
Farewell. May you never be lost.
Farewell. May you never be lonely.
The ghostly apparition vanishes. You have the sensation of someone watching you. You sense curiosity and no immediate danger.
It is good to see you again. I hope you are enjoying your visit to Mordavia. You need to take better care of yourself, you know? It is very dangerous out at night.
Why, you've been injured. Here, take this and drink it. It should help.
I would be most displeased. I mean, sorry, if something were to happen to you. Come to me. I have something to show you. I warned you it is dangerous here at night, and you do not listen. I intend to teach you a lesson.
A strange feeling sweeps your body. You realize that you now know the frostbite spell.
Perhaps that will help keep you alive when I am not with you.
It doesn't...
I bid you welcome to Mordver. Now you have had an official welcome from your own official welcome woman.
You tell her your name and a little about your adventures.
How fascinating. I have never met a true hero before. You must tell me more sometime. Magic is very useful for survival in Mordavia. Use it wisely and carefully. I told you before how dangerous it is here. I could never dare wander here without magic to help me. But I did want to see if I could see you again. I've never met anyone like you before. I live in the castle north of town. It is a cold, dreary place, I'm afraid. I must...
Before you can think to follow her, the young peasant girl has disappeared into the forest. You deftly... A shiver of cold comes over you. You sense no danger, but even so, you find yourself afraid.
There is one for whom I weep. She lies in her watery grave, her heart broken by a lover untrue. speak with the gypsies on how to free her spirit. Free the Rusalka and heal her sorrow.
The curved staff has a very organic look to it. Its curves seem somehow feminine. You can feel a sense of magical power radiating all around it. The staff feels warm and almost alive in your hand. You hear an eerie voice in your head.
This I must first do. The sacrifice of life for one of love.
You find yourself letting go of the staff very quickly. You hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door.
Have a seat. Wait, no, better leave the seats here. But why don't you sit down on one? This show can't get on the road until you get off your load. So sit a while and enjoy yourself. Or maybe just sit. Good evening, ladies and germs. A funny thing happened on the way to Mordavia. I got here. I walked up to the innkeeper here and says to the guy, "Do you know how lucky you are to have such a funny guy as myself staying here?" The innkeeper says, "No, but if you hum a few bars, I can fake it." You may as well laugh now. This act doesn't get any funnier. I sit down here for a meal and order some soup. When the waiter brings it in, I says, "Waiter, there's a fly in my soup." The waiter says, "Of course, that's the soup du jour." Am I going deaf in here? Or how can so many people sleep with all these lights on? Seriously, folks, I went to the doctor just the other day, and he said he had some good news and some bad news. What's the good news, I asked. "You only have 3 months to live," said the doc. "That's terrible. What's the bad news?" I said. The doc replied, "I'm getting married." I know I had an audience when I came in here. Anyhow, show me a guy with 1,000,000 kopecks, and I'll show you a guy who's rich. Hey, you only had to listen to this material. I'm the one who had to stand here and take it. Anyway, thank you. You've been a swell bunch of seats.
Phew. The gnome has stopped speaking. Maybe he's finished telling his joke. You think about applauding, but you're not quite sure if you've heard the punchline yet.
What did you think of my performance? Was I hilarious or what? Is this an inn or a cemetery? I've had livelier times at funerals. Some help you were. Couldn't you at least have smiled a little louder? It's nights like these that make me feel like an inept idiot and a lousy laughingstock. I'd make more money digging graves. But what? And get out of show business? Thank you. I always like to meet a receptive audience. It's always good to see you. It means you're not behind my back. Pleased to meet you. I could tell by your outfit that you were no ordinary rube. Punny Bones, the name. Joke's a fair game. I'm a pro punster. Be they ever so humble, there's nobody stays home. I've been on the road so long, I have flat tires on my feet. I go wherever I can tell a good joke, and many places where I can't. I'm staying at this inn for a while until I find something here. I got the last store down the hall. Visit me sometime. I'm sure we can have a few laughs together. Hey, my last tour was a great success. I outran everyone. But there's no business like show business. With me, the show must go on and on and on. I got millions of them. Problem is, I can't remember most of them, and the ones I do remember should have been buried long ago. I used to be worth my wit in gold, but, oh, it's a long story. Ask me about it some other time. Leaving so soon?
He too is a stranger to Mordavia.
Hey, what am I, shredded wheat? If you're talking behind my back, at least have the courtesy to do it face to face.
I have not listened to such nonsense in all my life.
You call this a life?
I try to keep people entertained here.
So how come you weren't up on the stage instead of me?
Well, you know I'm not a census taker over here, but there are no other gnomes in Mordavia.
No wonder.
Yeah, when they show up, there goes the neighborhood. We have no need for gnomes here.
You guys are so narrow-minded you could all look through a keyhole with both eyes. What gnome would want to work here? You guys have all the sense of humor of a wyvern with a hangover.
At the risk of waxing poetic, what need have we of fools?
Hey, you got a point. There are enough fools in here already to reach critical mass. If it pays to be ignorant, why are you guys so broke?
Somebody just shoot me.
And just when I was going to invite you to my party. There's always room for one bore.
Oh, I'll tell you, he's rough, you know? Anyone could tell better jokes than that gnome did. Where's Shaky Green when you need him?
Look, I'd argue with you, but I never engage in a battle of wits with an unarmed man.
The guy's dying up there. I didn't get anything.
Hey, how could you? If ignorance is really bliss, you're the world's happiest guy.
Fellas, is it just me, or is Shecky's performance here lacking a certain sense of humor?
Are you kidding? He was rough. Get a day job.
You're right, and he wasn't very funny either.
What do you mean I wasn't funny? You guys wouldn't know a punchline if it hit you in the face.
You want... After some... You have some garlic pheasant for supper. A voice from behind the door says, "Oops, sorry. Seems I forgot about my burglar alarm. Hope it wasn't too shocking for you."
Hello, how are you? Come in and have a sit, why don't you?
As you sit down, a rude noise comes from the chair seat.
Gets you every time. A million laughs. How are you? Good to see you. Nice of you to drop in. Speaking of dropping in, did you hear the one about the bad waiter? Seems like he was always dropping in. Dropping in. Get it? Didn't think so. No one got a sense of humor anymore. Not even me.
You tell about some of your adventures.
What was that you were saying about saving Spielberg?
You tell about your adventures in Spielberg.
So you're the guy that made me lose my sense of humor. Listen, if you hadn't made Baba Yaga mad, I never would have told the joke that made her take my humor away. I ain't got no sense of humor. I can't get no sense of humor. And I try, don't know why, gotta fly, say goodbye. What's the matter? You a music critic, so I can't tell a joke? Sue me. I'm comedically challenged. A phoebe of a fool. A dweeb dunce. As a matter of fact, I've been cursed. I'm vexed with a hex, so to speak. Pathetic, ain't it? I can't tell a joke if it kicked me in the teeth. Ever since I got Baba Yaga mad at me, I got the bad joke blues. She has no sense of humor whatsoever. Let me tell you, I was just telling a joke about how some hero got Baba Baby hopping mad and fit to be towed. How was I to know she was in the audience at the time? Anyhow, Baba Yaga stands up, says some bad poetry, and the next thing I know is my jokes are jumbled and my puns are pathetic. So here I am in Nowhere Land trying to locate Baba Yaga so as I can get the curse removed and my humor returned. Fontaine. Ask me again, I'll tell you my name. Seriously, folks, the name is Bones. Punny Bones. I'm just a jester. Professionally speaking, of course. Hey, I'm a professional fool, so don't try this at home, kid. Unfortunately, more people laugh at me than at my jokes lately. It's hard to be hilarious when your sense of humor is defunct. Punny, you should ask about that. Making jokes is in my bones, make no bones about it. But my puns have been sort of boneheaded lately. This place is really dead, you know. I've had a livelier audience in a graveyard. What do they know about humor? They think a guy falling into a mud puddle is a major joke, like lots of yucks, huh? Now, a man being tripped into a mud puddle, that's comedy. What do I hear? Let me see. Well, the talk of the town is you. No one knows how you got here or what are you doing, and they're still all a bit leery of strangers. You should see some of the looks they give me. You'd think they never saw a gnome before. Or you, for that matter.
The chicken seems to be made out of rubber. What's rubber, you ask? You also consider how it would taste cooked in garlic. The rubber chicken squeals as you pick it up and squeeze it.
Well, you'll have to keep her now. You obviously rub her the right way. Rubber, get it? Nice to see a friend. So I ask you, what do you call a dinosaur crashing into a wall? Late for supper, of course. See you later, crocodile.
You on? After your... You see...
Oh, good, good. Very, very good. You go bad place, you come back. Oh, very good. Oh, you did good. Domovoy very happy not to be in very bad place. Domovoy very happy not to be dried up. Oh, happy am I. You help me. I help. I help you help others. You be plenty big hero here. Many, many hero things to do, Bad place Domovoy all better now. Bad place Domovoy now live in Burgomeister's place. Maybe good luck to Burgomeister. You help me, then I help you. You want be big hero? You want make many people happy? You want make friends and influence people? First, to be plenty good hero, need to be very, very powerful. If not very skilled, you die. If not very smart, you die. Oh, no more hero. Domovoy tells story. Yuri and Bela have daughter, Tanya. Lovely daughter, laughing daughter. One day, Tanya taken away, all because of doll. Tanya, sweet, sweet child. Tanya like everyone. Then Bela have dream. Dream Tanya taken away. Bela very scared. Not let Tanya play outside. Not let Tanya have friends. Tanya gets scared of dark. Tanya many times alone at back of inn in dark. One day, monster come. Big, big monster. Friendly monster. He visit Tanya's window. He talk to Tanya. Tanya not afraid of dark. Tanya now have monster friend. One night, Tanya very, very unhappy, so monster take Tanya away. Monster want to make Tanya happy. Now Tanya gone. Tanya gone to castle. No one see Tanya leave. No one see Tanya go. No one but Domovoy. Domovoy tried to stop Tanya, but too late, too late. Tanya already outside with monster. No tell Bela, no tell Yuri. Very bad thing. Tanya need hero. Ha, not dead parents. Only brave, powerful hero save Tanya. One night, Tanya get beautiful doll. Tanya not have doll before. Tanya love doll very, very much. Bela very, very scared. Where doll come from? Yuri very, very scared. Who gave doll to Tanya? Take doll away. Make Tanya very, very sad. Bela hide doll in cabinet. You take doll. Tanya love doll. Maybe you help Tanya, No talk Bela. No show Bela doll. Make Bela very scared. Make Bela very unhappy. You take doll. You take doll to Tanya someday, Someday you very powerful hero. You take doll to Tanya. Take doll.
You unlock